designed for covering, 160 to 10 each. So, for example, this antenna that I'm on now is 160 and 80, and that's it. It would get ridiculous on 40, but that's okay because I have a 40-meter dipole, a separate antenna, and that's 40 meters and up. So it would not be hard if I were to do that to just have two different tuners. One to cover one antenna's range, 2 bands, and then another tuner to handle the other antenna. So, I don't know, but to each their own. And then that's why you've got antenna tuner manufacturers which make these tuners which will cover any antenna, 160 to 10 or more, and then bada bing, bada bum, you're done. But, if you can custom build an antenna tuner for your particular setup, well, you're probably better off.
Hey, what's up, Bob? Good evening to you. You're exactly right. I only run one antenna here where I'm at. So I guess the way I have it now is perfect. I built this tuner around my setup and, my shack, really. It's like built into the wall as well. And feed line length, everything just works. So that goes with it ain't broke, don't fix it. But that's a good idea, Charlie, because I was thinking about maybe putting up a 40-meter dipole as well, up in the tree a little bit below this one, and trying that maybe. So that would be good. It would be good to have. I could have 40-meter antenna taps, and then I'd have, my doublet taps. But yeah, this would all be to downsize it. Downsize it into it would be hard to make something like this small. That's the only problem, because you need a big capacitor in there too. I mean, the cap, I guess can go over top of, if you mount it right, it can go over top of the inductors, but you got to worry about things being too close, and then you really start running into engineering and logistical issues. W3MMR.
Before I got antenna tuners with wrong inductors in them, all I had was a Dentron super tuner. And that switch, it really is uncomplicated. If you put the two capacitors a half mesh, which would be a 5, and you just, quick key on each position till you find one that matches it through the roof, and then tune the two caps. It only takes a minute to tune an antenna. And like the Dentron has positions A through L, that's a lot of taps. They put a tap I think every couple of turns or something like that.
Yeah, man. W2E1.
Yeah, I heard you in there a little bit ago, Bob. My bad, I forgot. What did I say? Oh, man, you're like, you made a joke about it. I thought it was really funny.
Well, we're talking coil taps here. Good afternoon, Bob. NM3Y. Yeah, NM3Y in the group. This is W2Y. Yeah, how you doing, man? Oh, good. Good chatter.
Yeah, it's New Year's Eve up in this John. New Year's Eve. Doesn't feel like New Year's Eve. I got off work early today. That was cool. But I did 10 hours of work in 5 hours. Lots of hustling today, but we did all right for the year. It was another crappy year because of this screwed up country we live in.
Yeah, now they're handing out home testing kits, so you're going to see the surge in numbers, not because of people congregating, but because of people being given test kits. So you're going to see a surge in numbers. And hey, how you like your social experience now, buddy?
Yeah, it's all part of the plan so they can keep it in the news.
All these cases, but nobody's sick.
Well, I posted a thing on Facebook today, or Hatebook, whatever you want to call it. I said, let's look at the Cleveland Browns. They had like 30 guys were like sidelined because they tested positive, and they're like playing the next week. It's like why the hysteria?
Because the NFL is all part of the establishment, and they got to keep pushing the narrative.
Yeah, the COVID protocol now is like 5 days in the NFL. That's COVID protocol, a minimum of 5 days. So if the guy's like feeling better and like test negative, he can go back to work in 5 days.
Well, what about the guy that just felt fine the whole friggin' time? And yeah, going from Monday to Sunday is less than 5 days, or is in the 5 day window. So yeah, there you have it.
How convenient is that? 5 days down from 14.
Yeah, it's. I don't know, man. It's. Anyway, how about that weather?
I'll tell you though, man. You know what? That guy Fauci is my hero. The guy is the highest paid federal employee. He's never worked on a patient before, and it's all a freaking smokescreen, man. That guy is my hero.
That guy's worth hundreds of millions of dollars in offshore accounts.
Oh, I'm sure. In the Ukraine, right?
And that's just a graph from the 3 major pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, and his wife is in charge of the agency that approves the drugs. How do you like that? KM4XG.
Imagine that.
Yeah, and most of stupid America just sits back and believes what they see on the news every night.
The sheep.
Which raises the question, who's really in charge? It's the news media, isn't it?
It's all the news that's fit to print, right?
And who controls the news media? The Democrats.
Yeah, that's why it's state television.
So, it's like, why have elections? Why have politicians? Why have, elected officials? I mean, we should vote for newscasters instead of politicians, right?
Newscasters might be better politicians.
Yeah, I think you could take just people selected at random from the jury pool, and they'd do a better job than any politician, any career professional politician would do. Just take random names out of the hat, out of the jury pool. Okay, Joe Blow, you're going to be
50 watts carrier and about 1500 on modulating here. Haven't tried 20 meters. I'd like to do that. I guess that's up there around 330 or 320 or something like that. And I think as the bands come more alive, that should be more commonplace there. Sayreville, I'm not sure where in Jersey that is. I've got some family out there in Jersey. Would love an audio report from you, and would also like to know what the frequency bandwidth is on the ICOM. I think you said 756 Pro, if I didn't miss any digits there. Happy New Year to you, too. Happy, healthy one to you and yours, and recouping here from some surgery, so I'm playing a lot of radio, which I'm catching up on. So I'll be playing hooky for a couple weeks. WA2CWA, W2 Good Old Radio.
Yeah, W2GOR. WA2CWA.
Pin-up poster of hers?
Yeah, right over top of the Al Sharpton poster I have.
Man, you're a fan of all the celebrities.
Yeah, man. W3.
Yeah, man. W2LJL.
Yeah, man. KM4XG.
Hey, George.
Hello, Perry. Hello, Clark. Hello, Jim. Not sure who else is in here. Guys, I didn't get a chance to say hello to Perry, W3MMR, W81UQM. Long time no talk.
Yeah, man. What's going on, Jim? How you been?
Good, Perry. Good. I've been on and off the radio more often than lately, but good to hear your voice. Good signals tonight. I've been sitting in the ham shack just chewing on some little fishies and some hot cheese and some pepperoni, and just poured myself a glass of wine and sort of getting the evening going, but enjoying the company.
Oh, you're coming in great, man. Great to hear you. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, I know, guys. A lot of guys have been doing a lot of other stuff. Got a lot of other stuff going on. It's the holidays. You know, it's 'tis this season, and it hasn't really been optimum operating conditions most of this quote-unquote winter season so far. There's been a lot of storms down, so you know what I mean? It's been warm, generally warm, you know, so far for the winter as well. So, yeah, it's just been a kind of odd season so far, but here we go into the new year, and let's all hope and pray it's better than the last two. W3MMR.
W1IA. Hi, Jim. Sorry I beated you, by the way. I might have been a little bit off frequency. I don't know why, but anyway, I followed everyone else.
Was that Steve?
Yeah, hi, Jim. Hi, Perry. W1IA.
Brent.
Oh, Brent. Hey, Brent.
Yeah, hi, Perry. I want to hijack this with our tech talk, but I want to say hello. And hi, Jim. I think I heard you, Mr. X-Ray Golf, down there. I was on the phone with a friend of mine down in the Carolinas, and he said, I can hear you on 8.5, but he doesn't have a signal, and his band to Carolinas is not open yet. Anyway, good to hear everyone. I'll just shut up and catch up. Oh, good, Brian.
Yeah, you're bombing. Good evening. Yeah, we'll catch up in a few.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. And, yeah, I gotta send you a picture of the burned up choke. That was pretty funny.
I heard you made an air wound choke for now.
I had no choice, Perry. I melted down the one I had right behind the tuner, right behind it, and then I put another one inside it, and that got hot. I gave up. I said, screw it. I'll wrap up some coax and see if that works. But I have an idea why it's not going to work. I just talked to Marshall, and 900 ohms with plus J of 292, which means I'm on a voltage point. So it arced over the tuner on those edge wound coils. Enough of that. W1IA.
Well, how many millihenries was that choke?
I don't know, 61 mix, 16 turns.
Oh, it was a toroid.
Yeah, common mode 1-to-1.
And that's why you burned it up.
Oh, it got toasty. It melted the box.
I'll bet, but that's because the iron heated up. You really do need an air wound inductor.
Yep, and good evening, Clark.
Good evening. Happy New Year's Eve.
Yeah, is that choke between? Did you have it between, you know, your transmitter and the tuner, basically?
Yes, I did, Perry.
Ooh, okay, yeah, man. Whew. And those are some beefy coils, dude. Man, yeah. That was not. I was listening in on that QSO while I was waking up.
Yeah, I didn't mean to hijack it with this topic, but we've been meaning to talk, so. But we can do that another time. I'm done with it. I'm burned out. I spent 2 days working on it. Looks great. Works fine at low power, but don't whack it with a kilowatt.
Yeah, we'll talk. Maybe give me a call or whatever you know, or I'll call you or whatever. Anyway, yeah, big group, man. Great conditions. George LJO's in there. What are you on tonight, George?
What's the question? I'm sorry?
What rig are you running?
Oh, I am on the ICO tonight. Hope it sounds okay. I think I got the right side of the EQ punched in for a change.
It sounds great.
Thank you. You sound good, too. Everybody pretty much sounds good here. And it's nice to hear Clark. Haven't heard you in a while. How you been?
George, you sound fantastic. An M3Y.
The ICO rig sounds fine business, and all has been fine business at this end.
Thank you. Good. I'm glad to hear that. And thank you, Bob. Also, I heard that comment. Appreciate it. I do appreciate it.
Hey, Brent.
Oh, Charlie. Didn't hear you in there.
Yes, Charlie.
25 feet of good grade coax and just wound it in like a 6-inch coil and put that in between.
Been there, done that. About 16 turns, 8 inches in diameter, followed up by another bunch of turns on, let me see, LMR 400.
And you melted it?
Not that stuff, but I've been arcing over the coils, Charlie. So, anyway, I'm done with this. I gotta reboot the computer because during my testing it locked up the frickin' keyboard. I'll be back in a minute. W1IA.
Phew, power.
I'm kind of curious, since Brent's off doing important stuff, and Perry, if you're familiar with the situation, I'm not clear on what the choke was. This sounds like a new project.
It's a choke to take the from unbalanced to balanced on the transmitter side of the tuner of a balanced down network. Okay, just where your coax goes into the tuner, into the choke, and then it's right on the outset of that choke as it goes right into the inductors.
So this is for what, like common mode issues?
Oh, I would imagine so. Yes. I don't have any issues in my shack with what I run. I've run up to 400 watts of carrier here. And I have 4 turns each way of, God, what's the coax? It's that really small diameter coax. It's not real small, but it can take a crap ton of power. And I used a mixed 31 core. And I did 4 turns each way. And, I guess, yes, it would be obviously for stopping common mode issues.
All right, so here's something which is used a lot in broadcast engineering, and this stuff is good for like kilowatts, plural. Like nothing we'd ever encounter. But if you need to invert the phase of the signal, i.e. you're going from balanced to unbalanced, or unbalanced to balanced, whichever way you want, you can do this using an air core inductor. If you have, you can get one from Kintronics. That's the expensive way to do it. But they sell 10, 15, 20 amp current capacity silver-plated inductors. Got some cash? Those are good for it. Anyway, or you could wind your own, which is just as good. If you had a 6-inch form, and you put, depends on the frequency, but let's say 30 turns around a 6-inch form, ground the center tap. You just create a center tap and the 2 ends, so there's 3 leads to it. The center tap gets grounded. The one end goes to your feed point. The other end will be the inverted phase. It'll be 180 degrees inverted. So the far end and the original feed from the transmitter will be, it's a balun. And then all this heating and everything like that, all this issue completely goes away. There would be no need for chokes.
I gotcha. I guess that's, excuse me, the way to do it. I was just, honestly, I copied Billy's tuner. I'm not gonna lie. I've said that before. I literally went to his QRZ page and like looked at the pictures, looked at the schematic, looked at the pictures. I said, this is easy enough to do, and I built it.
All right, I'm just saying if you need to convert a single balanced cable like coax to balanced, obviously each lead is 180 degrees out of phase. It's super easy to do with an open, an air wound inductor. No toroids, no heating, no nothing. It's guaranteed to work, and it can be done on a PVC pipe with bare copper wire or insulated. It doesn't matter. It can be insulated because you're only tapping it at the center, which gets grounded, and you create your own inverted signal by doing that.
You made an auto transformer. It will have a self-resonant frequency, however.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, but if you need it for like 75 meters, I'm sure it's good for the entire 75-meter band. I don't know how many bands. I mean, this is for Brent. I don't know how many bands he wants to operate on, but he's burning up chokes, trying to get rid of common mode currents using a wound coaxial choke. And I'm just saying, there's an easier way to do this.
Yes, make sure I'm not doubling. Yep, that way will work. The auto transformer, he made something with coax. I don't personally like that tuner design, but if you did need to, I've done it with Type 2 material. Type 31 is not doesn't have the flux density capabilities. So I used 3 T300-2Ds stacked, and those cores work very well right up to 30 megacycles, and they're big honking cores. And made a balun with those, and it worked fine. Didn't get warm or anything like that. But you got to use the right material. You got to use something that can handle a lot of flux density, and it's big. A 3 T300-2Ds stacked is a big thing. It's probably it's probably 5 inches high and 3.5 inches in diameter. It's pretty big, but it'll handle the power. And the auto transformer works well also. My only objection to it with air wound coils is that it will have a fairly pronounced self-resonant frequency somewhere. I mean, it just is what it is. You've got capacitance, you've got a coil, you have a resonance. But as long as you can keep that far away from the frequency of interest, it should be fine. Anyway, WA1QIX, out of the shower.
WA1IA.
Still sounds like it's running.
Hey, Perry, is that Billy the Kid's tuner?
Mine, no. I built mine, but it's off, it's very similar to his.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
I was writing down what Steve said about those cores, and all I heard both times was something about double Ds, which I'm all in favor of.
Yeah, I got a 3T300-2D, I think. Single Ds, not doubles.
I was listening to the story. The problem is I need to be able to take this antenna above 40. And I'm going to deal with it outside and keep sweeping it till I come up with the right combination of feed line. Because I can't practically change the length of the antenna. But I can mess with the feed line and get off of this high voltage point.
He's going to get off the ledge.
Yeah, I need alcohol. I don't have any alcohol in the house. I think we got some... Yeah, well, I could live without it, but We're out of vodka. We got Kahlua, banana liqueur.
Yeah. This is alcohol-free shark.
How's that possible?
Oh, I haven't had a drink in about 11 years.
How do you start with 75 meters
we gotta
with
fix
no
that
alcohol?
immediately.
Basically, what we're trying to teach is heat kit B1 Talon on steroids.
If I can't build it, it's no fun.
Holy sink detector.
2.
Whew.
Pound me too.
Yeah, I got.
My God, can you believe that? Those hats, that was great. The pound me too. Hey, why are you women carrying around pound me too signs? What kind of, pro women's march are you participating in?
That was the greatest thing I've ever seen, and this is W2E1.
Yo, what chicks with the pink, hats on? Do you realize that's the pound sign? Have you looked at those signs you're carrying from that perspective? What? No, you haven't? You need to rethink that.
I'll be right back. W3 MMR.
Oh, Perry, it's just getting good.
Ooh. Yeah, you're talking about getting pounded? Oh, yeah.
They stopped tuning up on 70. Nitwit.
I got it notched out. Who is that on 75? We're on 73.
You're on 73? Oh. Okay, well, I guess I can go there. I don't know. I got to find it. Okay, there we go. Happy New Year, everybody. K1 KBW.
Man, Bob, you're 45 over here. 45 over. That's strapping.
Well, that's good, ain't it?
Oh, man, that's fantastic. Nobody's even close.
Yeah, I'm a little pissweeka.
Can I say? Superior equipment.
Am I close now, Steve? I threw the array your direction.
No, I wasn't looking at the S-meter. Try it again.
1, 2.
Strap.
You were 30 over that time.
Charlie, you are actually strapping everyone as long as no one else is keyed up.
Evening, Bob. Actually, Bob is 60 over here.
Good evening there, Charlie, and everybody else. Steve. I don't know if Blaine's in there. I think he was earlier. Clark, everybody. Yeah. Oh, and Perry. Happy New Year, guys.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Bob.
And hi to Jim down in Virginia, if that's Jim in there. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Steve. I'm not strapping you.
Oh, you're doing fine, but you're in Virginia. Bob's only in Connecticut, so he's real loud. You're doing fine. You're about 20 over up here, so good signal for this time of the not even evening yet.
Yeah, all you guys are knocking me out here. The band's pretty good shape. Charlie's kind of weak, but
Well, that's okay, as long as you can hear him. Oh, Steve, I got the bill for that procedure.
Which procedure? Oh, yeah, okay. The lung procedure, how much?
$17,000.
Do you guys have to pay that, or does insurance cover that?
No, the VA paid for the whole thing.
All right, that's good.
Jesus.
That's good.
Bob, you still drop back. It's only 55 over now.
Oh, that's it? Oh, shoot. I'm going to have to sell this transmitter then.
Yeah, and Steve's signal came up. Now he's 55 over.
Yeah, I got up early this morning, like about 4:30, and I was on 160 last night, so I get, transferring it over to 75 meters this morning when I got up, and I keyed up and I heard Zorch, kaboom! Big explosion, room full of smoke, and oh no! And all it was I blew the rectifier out. A $2.50 item.
$2.50 pot to last forever the way you beat on it. The end was good this morning. I got up to 3 o'clock. I was listening to the guys out learning. Unfortunately, he clicked and tried to get through to him. I had my coffee finish before they picked me up, and he was in there.
Oh, wow. Huh. Yeah, the band's usually open pretty good early, between 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. But, yeah, it's one of those little square 50 amp bridge rectifiers. And, last time one went about 3 years ago. But I don't have a step start in here. That's why they go. But that's okay. Every 3-4 years one goes, no big deal. Just scares the crap out of me.
Nah, get that step start going.
Well, when you come down, it will. Put it in. It's sitting right over on the countertop over here, all ready to go.
All right, yep, we'll put that together when I'm there. WM1QIX righty.
Okay, and I found another resistor. It's 10 ohm, 50 watt or so. If your calculations come out to 10 ohms, I can use that, and I got the 8 ohm one too.
Okay, yeah, I'll do the math. See what works in that particular application.
You guys are loud. W1UJR.
So are you. Hey, how you doing, Bruce?
Hey, Bruce. Happy New Year.
Hey, Bruce. W3 of them are.
Here, Bruce.
Hey, Bruce. W3 of them. I know everybody's strapping me.
Steve. You're very loud. Heard you say something about the new array. I'm on the, well, I guess I'm still on the 160 meter dipole, but it's down quite a bit. I'll be about 35 feet off the ground because of the kind of the constant storms we have here on the coast. But hey, Happy New Year's Eve to all you guys. I obviously can't say Happy New Year yet here on the East Coast, but it was up on 85. And yeah, cool, huh? Stuff on the sidebands and tune down here. So it's a W1 you got.
Ground loop.
Yeah, you got a wicked hum in there, Bruce.
It sounds cool. Do I really? Is it, you doing it right now?
Nope, go on.
With a mic ground loop, it sounded like. Actually, put it back. It was cool.
Oh, it's fine now, Bruce.
Yeah, let me try it again. So I know this mic cable, if you get it near the exciter, it tends to pick up. Let's see if it's quiet now. Over.
Yep, no
Sounds
problem.
fine.
It's too bad it had a real Frankenstein movie character to it. It sounded cool.
I liked it.
Yeah, well, there you go. Old school technology. So this is the old 47 Collins rig. But I run the mic. Well, actually, I don't run it, but the way they design it, they run the mic cable out the side of the transmitter, and I happen to have it right next to the exciter. And I guess it just couples sometimes and does that. So hopefully everybody's well. It's been a long time since I heard any of you on the air. That's not your fault. That's mine. I've just been busy with stuff. We opened up a second shop and a lot of other things. So anyway, good to be around. Let me know if you hear that hum come back. Over.
Sounds great down here.
It did sound kind of cool.
Hey, Brent, you still in there?
Who was that?
Hey, Brad, who is that guy you worked on the West Coast the other day, a couple days ago?
K6 Papa or K7 Papa. Yeah, it was 20 over. That was amazing.
Yeah, where was he?
Washington State.
Okay, there you go, Charlie. It was Washington State.
Yeah, Brett, you're like 60 over. Bob is well over 40 over. Steve, of course, is strapping. I didn't happen to catch that, but I guess you've got some new antenna thing or something, right, Brett?
I'm on the array. That's a story in itself about the double L balance tuner issue, but I do have the flat top available, but for right now I'm on the array with the full boat.
No, you're good. You're good. And very, very, very slight QSB on that one. So, strapped in. Who's the other station? Not quite as strong as everybody else.
Well, that would be me on one BCG.
No, that would be me. Like 4 X-ray golf.
I think it would be me, K1 KBW.
No, well, maybe it's me, W3MMR.
Welcome to the deprecation net.
No, Charlie, you got the award. Thank you.
Yeah, I was going to say, how many people are in here? So I copied somebody from the 4th call district. What was the call?
That was KM4XG, Jim.
We don't need no stinking call signs, man.
Calling the use other people's call sign net. This is K1 KBW.
W1UQ1. W2 VJZ.
Yeah, Jim's in Mono Tooth region.
W2ENY.
What region am I in? N1GIC. Good evening. Happy New Year to all. May it be a more prosperous 2022.
Hello, Chet.
Hey, Chet.
Hello, and a prosperous 22 to you.
Good to hear you.
Bob, is that your voice I heard in there? WA1UQM.
Yeah, it is. How you doing there, Jim? Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Bob. Hope all's well with you and your son, and hope everything's going well. We haven't had a chance to chat for a while, but I've been listening on and off here in the ham shack.
Oh, very good. Yeah. How's that tuner working, Jim? Still working good?
Yeah, the guys you're talking about, tuners, and I was looking up at mine and thinking of our conversations of last year or so. Yeah, it's working just fine and dandy, loading up well. And I had it on 160 last night. I heard Steve in there, and I thought I heard his voice, so I fired up to 610 and tuned things up. And everything tuned up well, but Steve must have had gone. But yeah, it's working well, and very happy to have it, and it's nice to look at, and it performs quite nicely. So there you go.
Excellent. Yep. Yeah, mine's working good. I got the turns counters on mine, and it's nice having those on there too.
Yeah, I was thinking out loud when it was a couple of the guys were talking about tuners and taps and stuff, and instead of a
little bit it would help, but
what you do is take a heavy-duty a tuner switch, rotary switch, and have it tapped off in various spots, and like a normal tuner inductor, and do it that way rather than use clips. That might be a consideration. Just another addition to the tuner.
Oh yeah, you can absolutely do that. I think I did that at one time. And especially if you're running, a little bit lower power like you are, yeah, that would work fine, Jim.
Yeah, it'd be a lot more convenient, and I could mark whether I'm 160 or because I only use it on 160, but if I wanted to use it on 80, I could do that, or 40 or whatever. but it might be another addition to the tuner. And I do have to pad one of the bread slicers. If I notice when I tune up, that condenser is almost open. Well, not quite, but I like to have it like 60 or 70% or so. So I might have to add put a little bit of capacitance across that thing, and rather than buy a new one, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, which one is it? Is the one that goes across the coil or the 50 ohm one?
No, it's not the input, it's the output.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's yeah. You got to make sure you put a good substantial capacitor on there, because that's where all your voltage and amperage is.
Yeah, I'll put one of those high voltage micas, 5 kV or whatever. I've got plenty of the big ones, and give me a little bit more headroom, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Probably even put that in with a switch where you can switch it in and out.
Yeah, I could do that as well.
Yeah, tuner.
You can do with a tuner. Yep. You have a lot of fun with those things, making crazy stuff on them that works. So I hope you had a nice Christmas there, Jim, and hope everything's all well on your end. K1 KBW.
Yeah, thank you, Bobby. Appreciate it, and I'm glad you're doing okay. It sounds like you're doing fine. And are you going to be on 160, by the way, tonight?
Oh yeah. I was there last night. I'm surprised I missed you. I was there.
Yeah, well, I was in the other room. I had the receiver on. I thought I heard QIX in there, so I came in and fired up the 610 right away. And by the time when you shouted for him, he was gone. So I must have missed him. I was in and out of the room. So I'll be on later on. Hopefully it'll be a nice group for New Year's Eve. So with that, I'm going to go in the other room and grab a snack and see what's doing. So I want to wish everyone on frequency a very, very happy and healthy New Year coming up. And God willing, this coronavirus will be history by the start of next year. And let's pray for that. And let's pray for peace in the world and happiness all the way around. So Perry, nice to hear you, because we haven't had a chance to chat for a while, and so everyone on frequency, all the best, and hope to talk to you in the upcoming new year. This is WA1 UQM. Will be QRT for now.
Yeah.
Jim, Happy New Year, W1IA.
Yeah, great.
Great evening, Jim. 7-3 and 1 BCG.
Make sure I got it.
Till everybody's done or I get strapped. 7-3, Jim. Have a good New Year. I'm 1XCW.
Good to hear you on frequency again. W1UJR.
Oh, thank you very, very much. Nice to hear all you guys. You're like one big family. I'm happy to have you.
Yeah, make sure I got it.
Functional, too.
Man, oh man, you guys are fast tonight. Do I have it? Yeah, I got it. All right, Jim. Take care, man. It's always great hearing you. 7-3, Happy New Year. Hope you had a great Christmas, and we'll chat again real soon. WA1UQM, W3MMR.
Sure that I've been doubling with Perry the whole time. All right, Perry, pick it up.
I want to kill you.
Good to hear you, Jim. W2EMY, formerly into CJJ. We worked like 20 years ago.
Well, thank you very much. Nice to hear you as well.
There you go, and Happy New Year to YBM. Hey, do I have that cool mic hum now, finally?
Yes, you do.
Man, I'm part of the cool kids now.
Yeah, let me turn this fan off in the background. Yeah.
Without WJDI on 1620.
Hey, Clark.
Yes, sir.
Remember Audrey from Effingham? Well, she's here again.
Audrey! It's New Year's Eve. Greetings.
Hey, Clark, why do you have a ground loop hum on your signal? You never have hum.
Oh, I did that. All right, sorry. I put a clip lead on the mic 2 input so I could have that cool, mic hum sound. I thought it sounded great. Who was the station that had the mic hum anyway? I kind of liked it.
Oh, that was Bruce, W1UJR. Anyway, yes, Effingham is here again. So, you want to say hi to the boys? Oh, wait a minute. She's going to grab the microphone. Here she is. You got to say something.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah, there you go. Happy New Year from Philadelphia, W3MMR.
And join us whenever you want.
So what do you got, apple pie for dessert tonight, Steve?
Gee.
I didn't make an apple pie. I was just too busy doing other stuff, like playing pickleball and important things like that. So I did not bake an apple. But we have other things. We have ingredients to make some banana splits, and we got.
We're having a boneless beef loin roast.
Let me see what this thing is.
It's been marinated in a porcini mushroom.
What the heck's it marinated with? Holy moly! Look at that ingredients list. All right, let's see. It's got beef, seasoning. Oh, that could be anything. Solution, water, extra virgin olive oil, seasoning again, blend, salt, brown.
Over to you, Tony.
Okay, Gordon, I'm going to get out of here. I got to go over my sister's in about an hour or two. Going out to eat, and she's born on New Year's Eve, so going out to go to a restaurant. So we'll catch you later, Gordon, and we'll say 73s and 73s to the fellow in New Jersey. I forget his call, but I'm bad with calls. I didn't write it down, but CWA, I think it is, if I'm not mistaken, K2CWA, I think, or W2CWA. But we'll say 73s, and catch you later. Happy New Year, fellas. Catch you later in Norway Yankee 3 radio.
Did you increase the high frequencies on the audio? It sounds good now.
Yes, I did. Is it any better?
Oh, night and day, man. It sounds great now. It's cutting through even when you fade. Great job. Okay, his call is Whiskey Alpha 2.
I don't know. She might be keeping that to herself. She does. Mark wants to know what your big plans are for tonight. The mic is on. You have to get close.
I have to get close. The goal is to beat Steve at Scrabble.
Oh, well, that's obviously. Why don't you pick a goal you can actually meet?
Oh, stop it.
Or bananagrams. Either one. Forget it. I am the declared world champion of 75 Mirror Lake Drive and all games involving words.
Hey, Aubrey, his weakness is coffee. Just fill up Steve with coffee and you can beat him at Scrabble.
That's probably true, because I'll get a migraine and won't be able to see the letters.
Yeah, you won't stay focused.
It's time for a double caffeinated mocha. You got it.
You're all talking at the same time, and Audrey doesn't know what to do with that.
You mean she can't decipher 3 people talking at once?
There's a lot of amazing technology out there, including these LD MOS.
That would be like just hanging out with the girls.
Uh-oh.
Come on, Steve. The sunfish is still in the water, right?
Oh yeah, we're going out sailing later on and paddleboarding too, right? No, the lake is frozen over, unfortunately.
No.
Hear him.
Oh, and yeah, Tom.
Will bear plunge at midnight in the water.
Oh, right, you will. Not me. I do not like a cold. So when Al comes over, we're having another couple over. He will tell you about the deer they saw out on the lake walking around.
They walk around in my backyard a lot. Matter of fact, they were in the front yard. I don't know, about a month and a half ago. They were just walking on the front lawn and looking around and stuff. And I took some pictures of them. They were young ones. The only problem is you get the highway out here, and they walk out there and you hear screeching tires, and you know what happened. Yeah, I always wondered, we've been here for, 26 years, I think? And I always wondered why, every once in a while you hear tires screeching and bang, there's an accident right out here, and it's straight, the road is straight. And I always wondered why, then I figured it out, they were hitting deer. Yeah, I had probably 2 or 3 close calls with deer on my motorcycle, and then one time it wasn't a close call. Actually, I hit it, and I went airborne. But luckily I landed back on my wheels and managed to keep the bike up. Because some woman had hit the deer with her car. And the deer was injured, and it was kind of laying there in the highway. And Blaine was in front of me on his bike, and he's pointing down towards the ground. I go, what the heck is he pointing at? Well, by the time I saw it, it was too late, and I ran right over his hind leg and went airborne. Everything turned out okay, except they had all kinds of deer hair underneath on the bottom of my bike and stuff. Yeah, you don't want to hit a moose, because it's bad enough hitting a deer, but a moose, oh man. And if you don't kill it, he'll kill you.
Yeah, well, it was a young moose, so it really was comparable dodge, but the truck had to get towed back.
Oh yeah, they're pretty solid. They can do a lot of damage to a vehicle. K1 KBW for license preservation only.
W3OR.
W2 ENY, and you're not.
All right, I'm one of the lemmings and one BCG.
Did you guys hear that Betty White died today? They just had a thing on her the other day saying she's going to be 100 years old in a couple of weeks. And what a great lady she was, too. And she died this morning.
America's sweetheart.
Oh, yeah. Nope, I think she's like 2 weeks short, but hey, Yeah, at least now she's with her husband. He's probably saying, what the hell took you so long?
Wow, how about that, man? Usually it's been like a hoax every time, somebody says she's dead, but I really think she might have passed away. That's a shame, man. She was, pretty lively, I guess, to the end, huh?
Now, that hoax thing, that's only Paul McCartney.
Oh, yeah. She was a sweetheart. And good actress, and she did a lot of things. The Mary Tyler Moore show, she had her own show with the other girls there, and And of course, she did the alligator movies there, where she was feeding the alligators. I thought that was funny.
Man, she was 99 years and 348 days old. Man, phew. But apparently she lived through 24 leap years, which is 24 extra days. So mathematically, she arguably checks out to be over 100 years old.
Yeah. She had a good life.
That was her that played in that movie, Lake whatever?
Yeah, Lake Placid.
Placid?
Yeah, Lake Placid, yep.
As in upstate New York.
Never been.
Yeah, she was in her 80s when she made that movie. Yeah. I mean, she's done a lot of things.
Hey, Lake Placid, that's where the world famous Winter Olympics were held.
Yep.
Twice.
What was there something famous that happened there?
Lake Placid?
Absolutely. You gotta
the movie with the alligator.
Talking about the Olympics. Clark, what did you say?
I said you gotta Google it and be impressed.
Oh, okay.
Look for 1980 Winter Olympics. It was epic.
And she did the Golden Girls for many years. Now they're all gone now. She was the last one.
All right, anyway, enough about all this death. Happy New Year, almost.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Yeah. It's going to be here pretty soon.
Hey, speaking about death, where's KB2IXT?
Nice and cold in the refrigerator. I'm going to be up there munching on them. I made some nice cocktail sauce with plenty of horseradish.
Hey, speaking about death, where's KB2IXT?
Actually, who cares?
Hey, real quick,
Zachary.
So, Perry, do you follow hockey at all?
Yes.
Okay, so to skip to the chase, the 1980 Winter Olympics in Lake Placid.
Oh!
U.S. team, which is mostly just like a bunch of making up the U.S. Hockey team, beat the pro-Soviet hockey team. It was crazy.
As soon as he said that, oh man, I'm such an idiot. Yup, you're right.
It was nicknamed the Miracle on Ice. It was like, wow, our team kicked ass.
Yeah, beat the Red Army. Yeah, it's pretty famous movie too. Miracle, I think, was the name of it.
For that Olympic, outrunning the giant alligator on ice.
A proud moment.
Herb Brooks and Barry Beck. What a team.
Yeah, they I saw not that long ago, I think it was on Pawn Stars. Somebody was trying to auction off the 1980 U.S. hockey team signed, I think, goalie stick or some wooden hockey stick. But yeah, I think I saw it on Pawn Stars.
It's with a W in, right?
Yes, for the WN.
Sure, none of those Soviet hockey team players were ever heard from again, unfortunately.
I'm sure they were never juiced either.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were never juiced either.
Oh, you know they were all roided up. That was a state-run doping program, man.
Kind of like MSNBC.
Kind of like Anna Kournikova.
Happy New Year in Ukraine right about now.
Pleasant and happy good evening and New Year to all the inhabitants of 3873 from the western reaches of the AM universe. WZ8J.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm trying to stay out. I drank a extra strong cup of coffee and I took a nap, so I'm gonna see how late I can stay up. I'm a partier, man.
Oh, man, I remember one year, many years ago, I got a bottle of Bailey's as a gift on New Year's Eve, and I plowed through that. And I told my girlfriend at the time, you know, I'm just going to go lay down for a couple of minutes. Man, she was so pissed off. Like, right before midnight, she came into the bedroom. She's like, you need to get up. You need to get up. It's almost midnight. I'm like, F you. I just want to sleep.
Hey, you know, she made it out better than Mary Jo Kopechne.
Yeah, what did he tell the police? Error. When I awoke, the girl and the car were gone. Error. However, I was able to swim to shore and make it back to the party and finish off my very valuable Chivas Regal, which I had left on the end table there. Error.
Yeah, 4 feet of water.
That's the story. Now, that's not her story, obviously, but that's the story.
I'm waiting to see how long Maxwell's going to live in prison before Hillary has her off.
Well, she better start singing fast.
You got that right. I mean,
dying mysteriously.
You know, the guards always see nothing, and the cameras just didn't happen to work. Yeah, right.
Betty White passes away.
orchestrated. She did that just to get you to come over.
My problem with COVID, though, is that, like, I want to go out like Rockefeller did, and we can't go into work anymore.
Yep, frequencies in use, but thanks for asking.
It's an abuse and use, yes. Happy New Year, all. KC2FXE said so. Before the band goes away.
Good evening, W3MMR for license preservation.
Where are my dentures? WZ8J.
That was the thing with my father.
I got a solution for the car thing. NE2I.
Hey, there's George in there.
Hey, what's going on, Bob? Listening for a while. Anyway, yeah, well, what you can do is get in there and disable the vehicle. No more driving when it won't work.
Well, that's a great idea. I was thinking something along the same lines. Maybe stealing her keys and letting her think that she just misplaced them.
That might work too, but, you know, unplugging things like, computer and stuff like that will work too. Or a couple of fuses, fuel relay. Fuel relay is always a good one.
Just tell her there's no gas in it. It worked last time.
I knew I could count on you guys.
Just trying to help.
That's funny. Thank you.
No, you really could, Jim. You really could, disable it. If you really didn't want her to drive, there's a few options. All it is a fuse. You can make it to where that thing will crank and just won't start.
Yeah, Roger. I don't know, man. I think if I did that, she would call a repairman behind my back.
Yeah, I gotta go upstairs and pour my wife a drink. I'll be back in a shake of a lamb's tail. W2EN1.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit back on the quiet side, go make some food, and come back. I'll be back. W3MMR. Lots of guys in here. Good evening to everyone.
Come on back.
And our top 21 list for 2021. Most references to food during a QSO go to Perry. And runner-up Sting, WA1QIX.
Yeah, he puts beans in his chili. I got a J38 here. I'm going to get drunk, and at midnight, I'm going to be on the key going, Dad.
Be like any other QSO.
Can you slur your CW?
That sounded more like sideband.
Yeah, bada bing, bada bing, bada bing, bing, bada bing, bada bing, bada bing.
Pounding brass while intoxicated.
Well, it's a time-honored tradition.
All right, so the wife's drink is serviced, and I'm back. W2EN1.
Attaboy.
Did you put in a spark tube into your rig or something? Really, really strong here.
Nah, it's just Mother Nature.
This is probably just a band.
I'm actually a week watt now. I'm putting out about half the peak envelope power that I used to.
Well, it's a good thing. I don't know how much more my S meter can handle.
Yeah.